Good evening, guys. Good evening. How are you? How are you? A lot going on. The country is on fire. Mulishani greeting you in your time zone. Hope everybody is okay. Ragi, I see you. Comments below, guys. A lot going on. Mulishani, mwebantu. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Brian Saputu, how are you? Welcome back, my sister, together with you. Baspak Mwanda Mamulishani, Ba Moses, Avena Mufrila Munchende. Comments below, guys. Iteni abantu ano. Thing if tika, all the channels are on today. The channel is on fire. So we'll just get started. People can watch because I know people are watching Tayali. People are watching Kasonde Mwenda. And this is good, guys. It's a democracy. Everyone is free to talk. These programs, we record them. They are recorded. They are live on Facebook. And then you can also follow me on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, so you can get notification when I go live. What is happening is terrible, guys. If you tika tafiwe me nangufie pa no. We are not happy as a country. We are not happy. This is the worst thing. The worst thing that is, it's a nightmare, guys. If you tika muchalo is a nightmare. It's like I never thought, this can be happening in Zambia right now. I really never thought Zambia, we can be going through what we are going through right now. Comments below, guys. Tulande, I know Vale Tamba, the New Dawn government and their intelligence, they watch all these pages. So we are talking, let's be politically correct in the comments. We know that the New Dawn government and their intelligence, they are watching because now everything has changed. This New Dawn government is governing the country at a time when social media is the in thing. Everyone has their own broadcasting station. Anyone can talk. There is a free flow of information. New Dawn cannot stop people from talking. There is free flow of information. Bala tukaka fiebonse. I'm here to tell by New Dawn to say, by New Dawn, you are going to arrest the entire Zambia. If you practice it, if you interfere with the law, if you interfere with the legislature and judiciary in Zambia, New Dawn, you end up arresting most of the Zambians. I can just advise you by New Dawn to say, you observe separation of power. Point number one, therefore, New Dawn should not meddle with the judiciary and interfere with the judiciary and the legislature. Let the judiciary run independently. That is democracy. But you do not interfere in the operations of Zambia police, by high court, local courts. Do not interfere. Do not interfere with the ACC. Do not interfere with the judges. But you don't. Let our country run independently. Chiteni share. Tulipano tulelanda because tatutemenwe file chitika muchalo. Number one, Ubunga. How can we have food riots in Zambia? Ubunga, takuri Ubunga, why? Because when you don't came and they exported whatever was there in the reserves, this new Dawn exported Ubunga. They are under 2 years in governing the country. They exported Ubunga under 2 years. Now we are importing Ubunga. What is that? What is the meaning of this? They took over a country with everything intact. Okay, we have debt, yes. Zambia had debt, but you don't. But they took over the instruments of power within Congolesha Zambia. By Safie, they gave mining holidays, mining companies tax holiday, Nama tax rebate, taking away millions and billions of US dollars from the Zambians. If you watch Tilefie, ba pay tax holiday. Nama rebates. Kuliba Anglo-American and all these mining companies. That is a crime. That is tax evasion is a crime. So they just came in, they committed the first crime. But you don't. If you have kuchita kubule tax holiday mwapela ama mining companies, that is a crime. Because nimpia shama Zambia ni adili. Ba Honorable Msuko Twane na president cannot make a decision, the two of them, to take away billions and millions of US dollar in revenue from Zambia, from the Zambian economy, just the two of them. They cannot do that and get away with it. That is tax evasion. Two, the other thing they did, Wambokshta export Yamalite. They started selling power, subjecting Zambians to 12 hours load shedding. Abantu bamobene, who came to improve life of Zambians. So, how can you improve life of Zambians when you are taking away what Zambians have, the comforts, the small comfort that the Zambian have? This new Dawn came and took away. Bafunya impia bapela tax holiday. That is stealing from the Zambians. Tax holiday is tax evasion. That is stealing from the Zambians. Babu Lamalite Bambokshta export. That is stealing from the Zambians. Again, killing local industries. We have 6 million youths unemployed. So Bambokushimia Malaiti. So our youths have nothing to do. Up to now, some of our youths have not recovered from that load shedding. On top of that, Bambo kushtisho Ubunga. Bambo kushtisho Ubunga. Baba lisangiri Ubunga muma reserve. Ba posha Ubunga wad muma reserves. Ba new Dawn. Ba posha Ubunga. We were here, we were complaining. We were complaining back in December, November, to whether you can't start exporting Ubunga. We were complaining. We were called bitter to refer inchito. No, but to refer inchito shanshi. Who told you I want a job? Imama praise singer especially. You need to stop clapping for Ubupuba, for mismanagement. Praise singers, stop clapping for a failed government and get with the program. Be real. Iwa praise singer, iwe taule amtanta minobunga. So abantu abaletanta minobunga mulenje niba PF beka. Imwe ba praise singer. So imwe tamuletanta minako Ubunga ba praise singer imwe. Answer me njasukeni. Njasukeni ba praise singer opo muri apa. Tamule mubushe muletanta mo Ubunga dangu mule amukubula Ubunga bwenu ku plot 1. Njasukeni, I'm waiting for an answer ba praise singer. Mwalisa mwasana pantu ba praise singer. Ba praise singer mwalisa mwasana kula tote fya bupube fshilo ele mumule tota. So imwe ba praise singer tamule tanta minako Ubunga. Njasukeni answer me ba praise singer. Imwe ba praise singer mule mkupoko Ubunga ku community house. Ba praise singer ngama mkutanta mino Ubunga. Are you getting a pass to go to the front of the line? Iwe praise singer we uli pano. Beteni tag all the praise singers pano. Muba tagging. Beteni ba praise singer kuno. So imwe ba praise singer. Mule mkupoko Ubunga community house. It's so sad. Zambia, we must join hands and condemn the wrong things. Imama pressing us, stop clapping and cheering for the wrong things because of Mutundu or region or whatever. Zambia is one Zambia, one country. We are one. It's sad. I want to chalo chon say, you know, ture mwaneka shani. No, by the marayotinga, their eyes are still on Zambia. One thing you must note is abantu bonse no babalero le shapali Zambia because Kamala Harris was just in Zambia last week. Kamala Harris was in Zambia last week. So like even here, all the news stations here in the United States and the world over, they are talking about Kamala Harris's trip to Africa. So Zambia na ngumataipa so pa internet, Google, whatever, YouTube, the whole world is talking about that trip. Eyo mwale tota ba praise singer mwale tota kuno kwa America, they are bashing that trip and calling it a USA colonization of Africa again. No one is interested or clapping for Fidaba Kamala Baishide Kuku, Kuzambia Muleto, Taba praise singer. Kuno, they are being bashed. Ba Kamala Harris bali muchibe. Bali muchibe idia trip idia. Eo Baishide Kuno, she's being mocked. The US government is being mocked if you don't know. So remember praise singer, get with the program. Elo ba Freddie membe idia video bala ndile ku summit elo bali ku Russia. It's all over. It has gone viral. That video of Freddie membe where he spoke, it has gone viral, mwebantu. It has gone viral and people are praising him. Say we need such leaders. Everyone in Africa need to stand up and talk like Bamembe. Bamembe has become a hero. If you don't know. Bamembe ni ba hero. Idia speech balandile ku Russia kudia. Bamembe has become a hero. All news stations, they are taking that clip. They are doing a split video and incorporating Idia clip about Bamembe's message. Ba Freddie Membe. If you don't know. America is a democracy. Deported for what? Even if they deport me, I'll come to Zambia. I'm not a fugitive. I'm not a fugitive. I'm America. Democracy. But democracy is your opinion. Is a freedom to speak freely and hold your own opinion. If you a voice of Kazungula, some of you will be scared of even your own shadow. mwakula tina na shadow yobe wailolesha so kuruma wambo kutulumuka muleki omwenso ine kuno ku America kuno freedom of speech muye pa internet mumoni ama Americans efe balelanda pali trip ya bakamala ilia bakamala na babapuisha na ba Biden kumo they are finished ndemieba imwe ba praising amuletota Champions League kuno they are rubbishing it ilia trip ya bakamala is being rubbished. It is being rubbished left, right, front and center from the east to the west. That trip is being rubbished. Timaba praise singer na mwikala muletota. Wake up ba praise singer. Shibukeni ba praise singer. Shibukeni ba praise singer muli mumi line ya Ubunga. From there, Mamkula Alumba. But abantu Lelumba Tabashita no Ubunga. For your own information. All ministers and whatever, they get free food delivered to their homes. They don't even know the price of milimi undemieba. Imomule ikala mulelumba. They tax you over the pennies you make. You make a little bit of money, naponga nika paycheck, naponga nika business, wemu inepa market. They even tax somebody selling ice block. They tax the poor so they can pay themselves. Who is that minister who I say before who said that before you complain about the cost of living, ask yourself if you pay taxes? Honestly, that is a responsible minister. A person who's supposed to be a servant of the people can say that. Can say to citizens before you complain about a high cost of living, ask yourself if you pay taxes. Irresponsible behavior of these ministers. Just step down. Chiteni, if you step down in peace, mulaya in peace. By HH and your people, longeni fye mwambi okulonga mwite nama early elections because mwafirwa tatulafika na kudi halfway. We have not even reached halfway into your term. Look at what is happening. And then if you're kulonga mwite ama early elections or whatever, something gotta give because Zambia we can't go on like this. Tamumfwa abanyu don tabomfwa. Baishire no bufi batu pepa batu pupa iko bufi fema Zambians batu bepa tukachitefi we are a government of who is going to bring unity. We are going to fix things. Everything is about to everything will be back to normal. Balependa fienshiku immediately they came into office. Chameleon, we saw their true colors. This UPND, they are full of hatred. I know that PF naimwe, you mistreated by UPND. You too. But PF na by UPND mwari patana. Number if there's an article I wrote, which is on this forum, I wrote an article. After I watched yesterday what happened, I watched a lot of videos between PF camp and UPND camp regarding the Mumbi Phiri case. After I watched that, I wrote an article. Naisa lemba article na tukwena. So Mozambian, our life is only about PF versus UPND. These PF and UPND, they got only 23% of the vote. Vanono sana. Mozambia ba PF and UPND combined, they are a minority. But because they are the major political parties, they are the ones who are occupying the space. They are occupying the social media space. And instead of occupying the social media space, these two by PF na by UPND, instead of occupying the social media space with love and progressive ideas of promoting Zambia, of ending poverty, they occupy the space to spew hate against each other. We are saying enough is enough. ba PF na ba UPND. Tools down. You are the giants, political giants in this country. As you fight, the grass is suffering. Your hatred for each other by you, Doni, na ba PF, is not going to build Zambia, but will destroy Zambia more. Lekeni Fyo, stop it. Stop your hatred for each other by you, Doni, na ba PF. Grow up. Grow up, put your differences aside, and look at how are we going to solve these problems. Namumonama problems ayaponeka Mzambia nomba. Abantu kulachitira riot Ubunga. Meanwhile, ba PF na ba New Dawn every time kulalwa. Imwe ba New Dawn mwabepo bufimu, you come and fix things, but you are actually mwali kwa tech konko, you have a grudge. Mwali ba pingira ba PF kwe bati mukesa balungisha. Filafine ba milungisha. No, but how can we move forward? Imwe ba New Dawn na ba PF mwali patana elo tamupusene. Elo, you are going to cause chaos in this country. All what we can say for me now is that you are PF na ba New Dawn, just retire from politics, because now mufid one. But PF and New Dawn, let them just retire, because they can't let go of the hatred of each other. No, by hatred, the hatred against between the two is affecting the well-being of the country. Kabale yafe na bafirwa babene ba friend membe bali landa ba PF na ba New Dawn, they are feeding from the same umbilical cord of hatred. Tit for tat. But you don't go in peace. Mwari tube pae nomba kabieni. Techumuka kiyo muntu wabene Mumbi Phiri, because alilandira mashiwi in a country where we have freedom of speech. Mumbi Phiri said words in a country which is a democracy. And just because alilandia chari pasini, even if Mumbi Island she was on the scene, but you know there is evidence she was not involved. You had to keep somebody's mother, wife, sister, auntie, you had to keep her in jail for 1 year. A woman, a poor woman, you kept a poor woman for 1 year, 1 month in jail because of your vindictiveness. In a country where there is a freedom of speech, you had to keep Mumbi Phiri for 1 year, 1 month. It's a shame. It is really a shame. I know, we are supposed to talk about the victims, the people who died, but the injustice of this New Dawn to Mumbi Phiri is really shameful and disgusting. It is disgusting that, we have a head of state who allowed a woman who exercised her freedom of speech. The head of state, I'm going to put this on the head of state. To say, me, if I was a president, and a woman said something, because we have a democracy. And we know that woman, we know very well, the woman, she's innocent. But because she said something against by HH, she had to be kept in a cell for 1 year, 1 month. It's a shame. Ellington Chikopa, good to see you. And they shall pay. Imwebonse, Eloba HH Mwandini. For me, on this one, I didn't even follow this story of Mumbi Phiri until yesterday when I started reading and just getting the background of it. To say they knew that this woman was innocent by Mumbi Phiri. She was innocent. But because she said something against HH, they had to keep her in a cell for 1 year. 1 year, 1 month. Honestly, really? What kind of people are we? And the day of the judgment, that's when you come out a few hours and say no le prosecute. Is a shame on Zambia. Takuni na democracy ilipo. That's why tulanda fati ababa nyu doni na abafirwa kabale ya febale ya. Let them just step down and go. They are going to implode this country with the hatred de obakwata. Balale ke fintu nafi penakale nomba the hatred. No, but how do you think Mumbi Phiri Aleumfa? They have destroyed that woman for nothing. Even if she was at a crime scene, you keep somebody in a cell at a crime who was found at a murder crime scene. If you saw her hold even the two, ngabali mumonali kete murder weapon kuti bamusunga Mumbi Phiri kwebati nuwe wako eteiri mfuti. You handed over the gun to the murderer, but Mumbi umwenefe in her innocence. She just said I was there, but I'm not part of there. Apopene is a reason to keep umuntu wabene na mayo 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, 1 month, mujele. Imamule, mwandini. Ele momweba le supporta mwandini. Kwa di bakama, lesa ni mali otola. Ndemye balesa talala pabana bakwe kufyenga abantu lesa talala. You can defend it apapene. Imwe mwebale chita defend fike sami chitikila kuli imwe bene nangu bluluwe nero mukachumfwa. What happened to Mumbi Phiri can happen to any one of us. So if you're busy defending a wrong, it will happen to you. And you will remember my words. Mukesa Njibuksha. Mukesa landa tuliana mayo uliali landile. Stop defending wrong things. If it is wrong, it is wrong. Condemn it. If it kuli ba Mumbi Phiri can happen to anyone. Na iwo winokutifia kuchitikila. It is wrong what they did to keep her for 1 year, 1 month. Namayo shuwa namayo ashaba lume n'abana bakwe n'abeshukuru n'olupwa lyonse mwamusunga 1 year 1 month ero kumutwala okutali kumongu ukwakubati babulu bakubaba mu Lusaka. For even people to visit her, it's a problem. You need to find money to travel to Mongu, and then you probably need a hotel room and all the expenses that are associated with that visit. It was a punishment. It was a torture. Me, on those grounds alone, I should say that this government is not fit. This government has a heart of stone. They are cold. This is not even power. It's abuse. We have seen people who are powerful and they rule their countries with love. Who says when you have power you have to be evil? Power is sweet, yes. We have seen kingdoms where rulers rule with love. And their kingdoms are prospering. There is prosperity. In a kingdom where a ruler is ruling with love, there is prosperity. It is abuse of power. They are everywhere where they shouldn't be. Patrick Wale, you didn't see me in PF? I was there in PF. You know, we are here to say, however, you don't let them step down. So where are they going to import the millimil from? Ubunga balambo kuchita import no babaleshita from whom? What is this? Where are they going to buy? Now the $1 million question is, Balia mkushita kuiso Ubunga. Because everybody is pali load shedding. Babu lama light bambo kushtisha. Elo from there, bachita cancel ama load shedding batana commission plant ya ku CEC ba pressing abambo kulalumba ba pressing wake up efa mulumba ni finshi umuntu ata create problem and then yasanga solution mwambo kulalumba. That problem shouldn't have happened in the first place. Abantu ma technocrats, they came on a promise to say you don't abasambira beka eba some government. We want people to take this country forward. So number economics basambirire. Economics basambirire ababa you don't want my degree from world renowned universities. Economics basambirire. Abantu abasambirira afiro okuchita manage chalo na masambiriro yabo. Amasambiriro yenu yanshi. Ayo amasambiriro yenu yachine nangu ya fake. Pantu na ama villagers fie. Ama villagers bala sunga. Amataba mumutala. The villagers don't starve. Nga mwaya mumishiso. But ama villagers abalima na bakwata. Amataba in the storage. For the next 2 years. Nangwifula tailokele bala sunga ama villagers balishiwa. Nomba mwema economists, mweba sambirila ama principals, mwalikwata ama PhD, na ama masters. You deliberately mwalete nsala mchalo. It's a deliberate move. Ukulete nsala mchalo ni deliberate, mwalishiwe. Panganda now we should, okay, you need 10 bags of maize to see you through the whole year. Right? It's that simple. It's as simple like in your house, you need 10 bags of 50 kg in your house to have enough maize for the whole year, right? You need 10 bags of 10 bags of 50 kg, right? You do the math. So if you produce a bumper harvest, you make sure you have 10 bags for the year and 10 bags for reserve. So nomba iwe waima, wabura na reserve ya ine washitisha. Na stock ya mwaka ya ine washitisha. From there waima tinchen tuchite import Ubunga. Vane ya matrix haya. These are terrible tricks. Kwa angasha abantu, mule angasha miosha abantu. Banyu don lekenu kwa angasha miosha abantu. Mulaipa ya bantu already. Impiesho mulaipa nga tata makashende mumanda. Mwandini fintu nafi pena. Things are not good. But the first step down. Otherwise, let them. I don't know. They need to do something. Bali sambira sana. Era sambi shefa tu alisambira. Benateba fisambira. Economies of scale. They are failing to manage 20 million people. 20 million people over Phiri. Ku America kwa babantu banga. Almost 300 million people. Elo munomwa America is a big country. Kwa libama states yambi ma desert takwa banefia bako. But they plan to make sure even all those states in America where there is nothing, there is no shortage of anything. The only shortage na monopo na ikadida kuni ni mu pandemic ya matishu. Hello, what caused the shortage was like people baleshta in bulk. There is no way a country, a government which is presiding on a rich country, number 6 on the list of world's top producers of copper, They have failed to manage our wealth, which all Zambians, we are sitting on a land of milk and honey. How can you feel malice? That's why I was excited to say, these people are Sambira, to build Zambia and share the wealth equally. Zambia is a rich country. Not only copper, lithium, sujilite. So we have added more wealth to Zambia. Zambia ilikuwa tempia mwewantu. We can all be millionaires. So in Epano, I am looking to work with any political leader who has an agenda to make Zambians millionaires. I want to work with such people. Because Zambia, we are all millionaires. Don't even doubt it, mwewantu. Zambia wants to be millionaires. We just need a leader. We need a leader who is going to be deliberate and make it his vision, mission, and passion to make every Zambia a millionaire in reality, because we are already millionaires. By birth, it's our heritage. Zambians, we are millionaires. We are sitting on millions. We are sitting on millions in terms of natural wealth as Zambians, as resource, in terms of Zambian natural resource. We are millionaires by birth. So what we need is leaders who have a passion to bring that into reality. It's like Tualisende Fumo. Zambia alisende Fumo. Ifumo it's $1 million. Billions of dollars of worth of natural resources. But Anik, good to see you. Zambia pyo iri twalisende fumo every fumalo twasenda ma minerals. Now we need people, patriotic Zambian, who can deliver those minerals so that we all become millionaires. Umananga afyalwa, that government which is going to come, it will make every Zambian a millionaire, because we are millionaires naturally. Zambia tulipampia imwe nangufeya ine strike ile ya cellulite, it is worth 1 billion. So 1 billion US dollars. We are not millionaires in kwacha, we are millionaires in dollars. Nangubaka chinja tuaku BRICS currency, we will still be millionaires never. And we need people who have the passion to say, Zambians, let us all be rich. We have enough wealth for everyone. Voice of Kazungula, I can never work with the New Dawn. They ship, because what they have, I can't fit. I can never, there's the amount of corruption that is there in New Dawn. So, all I can say is, what the first step down? Chapwa. Let the New Dawn step down. I really wish Tayali would be independent. Tayali needs to build his own brand. Let Tayali stop looking to PF. But PF, they are finished. But PF, they have got hatred. But PF, by the hatred, they never got a New Dawn. But PF, the same hatred, New Dawn, PF. They must go. Let them retire from the political scene and resolve their problems together. Hi, Vivian, how are you? Vivian, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, the floor is yours. Good to have you.
Thank you. I'm following.
Thank you. So you are saying Tayali need resources. Resources are the people. Resources are the people. You people voted for HH. Mushala HH when running of Zambia. He's using Zambian money. Whatever he's doing by HH, public fund. So if you you need resources. Resources are the people. All the voters, did you get money to go and vote? No. You took your own money and the time mwapaka NRC, mwapaka voters card, mwai moluchelo mwaya voter with your own transport. But you don't really depend here. In fact, New Dawn was the most stingy government because the government in waiting. But New Dawn did not spend any money on anyone to campaign. They did not. We were spending our own money. But so clearly, all he needs, he already has it, but he is clinging to PF. He needs to dump PF. PF is finished. Our PF, it's bad blood. Hi, voice of Kazungula.
Hi, how are you?
The floor is yours.
Yeah, you know what? I do follow you quite a lot.
Yeah.
I'm the council chairperson for Kazungula, the mayor for Kazungula.
Well,
the only quadri point in
you.
the world.
Yes.
Yes, the only quadri point in the world actually. We are connecting 4 countries. So that is Zambia. So Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Botswana.
Yes, I'm from there. I'm from Sesheke, so I know exactly where you're from.
Oh, wow, wonderful. Yeah, so you see, I do follow your lamentations and the lamentations of Patrick. Oh my God, my baby is crying. I think I'm making a lot of noise for her. Let me try to get into the sitting room. So what I was saying is that I do follow your lamentations. I don't know, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, I do follow your lamentations, but I can tell you, my sister, that the New Dawn government inherited a very dysfunctional government system.
Yeah.
So it will really take a bit of some time to correct this mess. I can assure you to say that the New Dawn government is trying its level best. It is not easy. I'll tell you that in the past, I have a small baby, sorry.
Baby, so
imagine New Dawn.
New Dawn, basanga tochani teo sigagale.
So what I'm trying to say is that you know, in the past, because CDF is administered at council level, the much talked about CDF is sitting at councils countrywide. I'll tell you that in the past, it was not consistently released. Maybe in an electoral cycle of 5 years, CDF would only be released maybe twice, of only a meager 1.6 million kwacha. But this time around, CDF is being consistently released after being raised from 1.6 to 28.3 million kwacha now as we speak across the country in all the 156 constituencies.
Yes.
No discrimination whatsoever. And you see, when you're working in these rural areas that I'm like working in, this is when you can fully appreciate how CDF has changed people's lives. You and I, a 50 kwacha doesn't mean anything, but to people in Kazungula, in Wombwe, in Momba, a 50 kwacha means the whole world. Children are not going to school because of as little as 50 kwacha because parents were unable to meet this particular cost of education. I've received the quotes. People will bring chickens rolling on the ground to just appreciate, and they cannot just believe that they don't have to worry about school fees. Huh? There is so many opportunities, like you are saying, in this country. There are so many resources. Sugar Light has just been discovered. There are so many resources in this country, and the president has given the people of Zambia empowerment through CDF. Huh? CDF, there are grants, there's loans. Get that money, apply, get that money. I'll tell you, Zambians like talking too much, but there are very few people. Get it from me, my sister, especially where the loan part component of CDF is concerned. Very few people do step up because everyone just wants free money. But I'll tell you that loan money is better because it will always push you to work so that you are paying back the money. In the process of paying back the money, you find yourself somewhere. You are going to find yourself somewhere. The environment, has been enabled. The environment has been enabled. We are coming from a regime where, education was no longer valued. My sister here from Sesheke, my sister Mwaziba Luna, how we value Sikolo, how we value legitimacy, doing things the correct way. In the previous regime, my sister, you needed to have a boot. You needed to know how to insult. There was no premium on education. But this time around, we are saying that let us earn every money that we have. Let us work hard and earn this money that we have so that we are once again we are once again valuing education. We have the SMEs. There are so many loans. We have CEEC. You don't have to produce surety at CEEC. Whatever equipment that you buy, that is the one that government is going to get as surety. How many of my brothers and sisters who are ever whining and complaining have gone to the CEEC offices it's in Lusaka, what is that road when you are coming from, what is that name of the road? There's Addis Ababa, and then that one when you are going to Long Acres. CEEC somewhere there. How many of my brothers and sisters have gone there? There's nothing like I don't have surety. If you want to open a bakery, the very bakery equipment that you are buying, that will be your surety. My sister, me, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been to the United States. I've been to Charlotte, North Carolina, as a Tamanga woman. I started my business with 3,000 questions. My sister, today, if I'm going to give you a lot of money, if you do not have a proper, viable business idea, even if I'm going to give you 100 pin or whatever it is, it will not take you anywhere. We should inculcate that culture of exchanging ideas. What can we do? Once you find that perfect business idea, then that's when you can advance for money. But if you are going to advance for money first, you are going to fail, my sister. You are going to fail. No wonder others would tell you to say that ideas are expensive. Ideas are expensive. As an entrepreneur myself, I've learned the power of ideas. There where you are in the United States, there, people are always pitching ideas. Young people, technology, people are always pitching ideas. In Zambia, what do? You are just good at bringing each other down. I'm coming from the street of Lusaka, my sister. I know what I'm talking about. People only know how to bring each other down because this one is selling clothes. Even me, let me start selling clothes. This one is selling chickens. Even me, let me start selling chickens. What is even motivating you to join that business? It is because you are not happy that the other person is progressing. Huh? We need to love each other as Zambians. We need to genuinely love each other as Zambians. Not this idea of liking foreigners. It is not good, my sister. It is not good. This country has a lot of potential. You are there in the United States. You have the money. Us here, we have the resources. Let us network. We are sitting with the resources here. Not what I see on Facebook. I don't know how many pages that are blocked. People are just fighting, insulting, whatever it is. I was so happy at one point where you're saying that let us exchange ideas and let's do business. Huh? Sugarlight has just been discovered. Even here in Kazungula, there are some minerals that have just been discovered. Everywhere, people are busy. Foreigners, all the way coming from Mali, East Africa, they are busy.
But your government is giving them licenses, right?
My sister, let me tell you,
your
no
government is giving them licenses.
Yes. Now, listen, my sister. Because these foreigners are exploring, you and I are busy politicking day and night. So if they find that we are in a global village, what is stopping you from exploring? What is stopping any? We just wait for others to explore.
My sister, I think you have made your points. Anik has joined in. I want to maybe Anik can respond to some of your points, but I agree with you on some of the things that you said, and I agree that we should work hard. I agree that CDF was increased, but it's just on paper. The money is not there. You know, Zambians are hardworking. The reason why Zambians start talking, me, I'm an old school girl. In Kaunda, people didn't talk, but we just used to work because you know what, opportunities were there for us. Now those opportunities have been taken away. You are talking about a global economy, global community. How can you in your house have had a baby there? How can you take my baby and give my baby opportunity and neglect your own child? This is what we are saying. We are saying you should take care of its people before they start entertaining foreigners, you know? And the main subject here, I know you talked a lot of things, but the main subject is like there's too much hatred. Remember UPND Mwalikwata hatred, sana. You subjected Mumbi Phiri to be in jail for 1 year, 1 month because she made a comment on the president. In a country where we have freedom of speech, they should not have kept her 1 year, 1 month, fully knowing that Mumbi Phiri was not part of that murder. She just said that she was at the site. But really, Mumbi Phiri had nothing to do with the murder. But because the Mumbi Phiri said something about the previous, about HH before he came in power, they had to punish her. That's what this boils down to. And this is what we are saying to condemn, to say, like any hatred, stop hatred. We are a Christian nation. You are dividing and ruling this country. You know, this is what we are saying to say, as women. I met a guy, the women of Africa are going to save Africa because men are always fighting simple grudges. You saw King's Malembe. And you are saying the businesses are there. But King's Malembe was crying. And the wife was crying is they have failed to pay him. They are only paying certain people.
Can I respond?
Yeah. I think, Anik, you can come in. Some more people want to join.
Let her come in.
Yeah.
Let her join.
Other people want to join, so I'll put you in the waiting room and add other two people.
Mama Pomolo, I'm sorry,
Yes.
but I got very annoyed when I saw this lady talking. I had to go and quickly put on something and join you on this program. This caller really should be ashamed of herself. She says we Zambians do not love one another. We adore foreigners. Does she really know who adores foreigners? The person who adores foreigners is her president, HH. He is the person who would rather feed foreigners and then enrich foreigners like Kenyans who has been given 20,000 hectares than the Zambians. He would rather export electricity to South Africa, Namibia, and all these other countries at the expense of Zambians. And he says we don't love each other. Let this lady go and ask her president who doesn't love Zambians. I will come to the issue of we like copying whatever business someone starts. I would like to say, I'm an educated woman. I have been in business for so many years. I'm a lady of 58 years old, and I've been in business for a very long time. I used to have a lot of customers in my business, but for the past 2 years, there's nobody to buy from me. And would she say that is copying? Oh my God, let her check herself. She talked about Sujilite. I would like to say shame on her, shame on her. Who is benefiting in Sujilite? The vice president was asked if she had an interest in Sujilite. Up to today, she has not answered. Shame on her. The youth chairperson was involved in a scandal of Sujilite. Is this lady in Zambia? Is she in Zambia? She's not been following what has been going on.
I think
she's
out of touch.
So she's out of touch. She says CDF. She says CDF has been increased to 28 million kwacha from the 1.8 during the PF. Fine. How many people can access that CDF? The youth are told to go and write a proposal. The youth, they don't even know how to hold a paper and a pen and to write. And that CDF is a sham. We all know that CDF is a sham. So about copying businesses, we don't have time to copy businesses. Is that lady in Zambia to know that right now there is a shortage of meal and we voted? There are some children making some noise there.
Okay. Can you mute your phone? Can you mute your phone? Thank you.
Mama Pomolo.
Yeah.
Right now there's a shortage of maize. We saw this happening. We saw the fertilizer scam that went on. We talked about it. We prophesied. We knew. And what is so shocking is that we have a president who is so educated. But alas, I always say, abantu abakwata sometimes amano ayakuya mukusambira kuskulu. Honestly, n'abakwata amano ayachifyarirwa are two different people. Because you who's gone to school, Mr. President, you've studied so hard, you have failed to do your economics in millimil. Right now, Zambia, it's as though we are in Welensky. I am not talking because I've been reading posts about the shortage of millimil. I have gone to 4 ShopRites, 4 Pick and Pays, other small supermarkets. there is absolutely no mealie meal. The mealie meal you find is a 2 kg bag of mealie meal. Now you want me to use my fuel to go and buy that 2 kg, come back home, I have a family, we'll eat that 2 kg in 2 days, and again I should buy some more fuel, go back, because you are only allowed one bag of a 2 kg mealie meal. So that woman who is in Kazungula, Mama Pumulo, she needs to be on the ground, because this government is all about enriching themselves. If she really follows our program, Mama Pumulo, she should learn to speak the truth. Maybe there in Kazungula, she doesn't know what is going on in the rest of Zambia. But I tell you, Mama, you are out of touch. You are out of touch. If you voted PF out because they were a ruthless party, I would give you kudos. I'll say you did well, Mama, from Kazungula. You did well, because I also didn't vote for them. But if you voted for UPND, and you can see the sufferings of the people, because this Messiah promised us heaven on earth, and this heaven on earth is not happening. So for me, uyu ndani uyu Fred Joe, uyu she promise, uyu akabali wabufi, ubufi uluchelo, ubufi pa lunch time, no bufi chungulo. We all know it, that the president is a liar. It has been there for a long time. He's full of lies. Okay? So please, my lady, before you come on a program, do your research. Because here what we are, Mama Pumulo is talking about Mumbi Phiri. You keep somebody for more than 1 year, 1 month. When you, all out of vengeance, that vengeance will kill somebody one day. And that 127 days, please, kindly, we are fed up of that story. Your 127 days, 30 to take Mfinele law. Mandela spent more than 28 years in prison. He came out with a pure heart for a sin he did not commit other than trying to liberate his people. So, our president wa HH, please, to take Mfine pari 127 days. Mwaya teka na mayo for more than 365 days. For nothing. And you bring fake witnesses. Fake witnesses. Some people who were given money and you enter a nole. No. So Madam Kazungula, I don't know her name, but learn to do some research before you come on the program. Mama Pumulo, I thank you. I will continue to follow. I wasn't gonna come on the program, but I got very upset. Thank you very much, Mama Pumulo.
Thank you. Ba Edith Cook, you can come in if you want to come live. Thank you, Mama Tipa. So what we are saying, guys, is we have a situation where we have the so-called educated people running the country who have the education from the white colonial masters. And we have seen videos to say this education, a white man was actually bragging to say the education that we educate Africans is to keep them to have any inferiority complex, or whatever they educate our economists is an education where they are serving the white colonial masters. So, you know, we are here to say, even if these people are educated, their education is not to liberate Africa, but they are educated so that they can help the white colonial masters to continue colonizing us indirectly and directly. And this is very evident in the current happenings of our president since he came into power. You know, we saw Russia has written off 20 billion worth of debt from African countries. You know, Russia has written off debt. Russia offered Zambia fertilizer, which this new government did they refuse to get. So now we are here to say this government, whose interests are they really serving? Because everything they are doing is actually impoverishing Zambians. Ubunga mwashitisha futi mwayamkushita. What is going on? Me, I'm failing to understand. I am really failing to understand. Our PF na ba UPND betuchusha. Vanono sana. They are only voted ba new don na ba PF. They are 23%, 4.6 million between the PF and the UPND. Vanono sana. But everything is about their petty fights, tit for tat, about egos, about men's egos. It's high time you put your egos aside and focus on looking at Zambia's economic problems, medical problems, social problems. It's high time. It is really high time. You get off your high horses. Stop flying around the world and feeling when you are in that plane, everything is okay. No! Your country is falling apart while you are flying around the world, entertaining these high-class visitors. Kamala Harris Padialesa Zambia, Munyueswari Kwata Police, na Mwala Fola. Every child gets a paid. Every child ala fola. Elongama single mothers, social services. If you don't have a spouse or a spouse who abandon, they pay them from the state. So peleka some kunina pawale some kuzambia kulialelanda, but they pay anything for their people. It's a capitalist economy, but they take care of the people who have nothing. The people who have nothing are even benefiting more than the people who are working for Babomba. If but these mothers in America, you see the American women, those who don't work, if they choose to have children and not go to work, they give them money. They give them money. Disability kufola. If you work, you have a time where you don't have a job, you get paid for the time that you are looking for a job. Up to 6 months. Within 6 months is enough time to get a job. Pipeline. I am like, are they kidding me right now? Who's talking about opening a pipeline? Who is really talking about opening a pipeline in the world? Because the world is moving away from gasoline and diesel and oil. Because of oil. So now the UN has adopted the Sustainable Development Goals, where the whole world is supposed to go green by 2030 via use of green energy and clean energy. And clean energy is solar and hydro. But hydro is unreliable because of the rain pattern. Infula sometimes tailoka, so there is like shortage. So that's why Zambia, because of the green energy, cobalt, because most of these countries they have a target to eliminate each diesel and fuel by 2030. So if we want to produce cobalt and lithium, why can't we manufacture in Zambia? Why can't we have an assembly plant? We supply the region. Africa, we can supply Africa with electric vehicles, but instead, pipeline from Mozambique to Zambia. I'm just like, what? Why are we always doing the things that are taking us backward instead of forward? The world is moving to clean energy. That's why Kamala and the Muma countries, cobalt, lithium, and all those things that are giving green and the clean energy. So we are in problems. We are in problems. Yes, Nick.
Thank you, Mama Pumulo. I just wish to add on that, we Zambians cannot, you cannot make the whole country suffer because of your infights, UPND and PF. Aba Zambians, they're tired. They're tired of your fights because they are the ones that are suffering. They are suffering. They are having 1 meal a day, Zambians now. But you continue fighting. I've never seen a government that has defended itself since it came into power, like UPND. And the only defense they have, Mama Pumulo, is two words. If you challenge them on something, they'll answer you, it's PF. It's PF. It's PF. That's the only defense that comes out of their mouth. I would also like to find out, is the president the only person who can go and negotiate deals out of the country? Vamutalena Rumango, is she a statue? What a shame. Every opportunity the president gets, he is on the plane to fly out of the country. He used to laugh at his friend, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, that he's up and down. I do not think Mr. Lungu made as many trips as this president has made in 1 year and some months. It is sickening. I think he can do better than that. The Zambians need him here to solve their problems, like how they are going to access staple food. We told them, Mama Pumulo, but they thought we were stupid. We knew this was going to happen. He calls himself a businessman and says, Zambians, you can now start exporting meals. Our president, Bale Monakwati, his friends, his predecessors, why they were refusing to export meal. They did it just for the sake of refusing. Let me remind you, the population in Congo is massive, They can swallow all the meal in Zambia for that season in 1 month, if you allow this to happen. They can swallow it. Just in Kinshasa alone, the population is more than 40 million. 40 million. And then you are talking about, oh, Zambians learn to be business people, Tampeni, Kulash, Tishembushi, Ubunga, and so on and so forth. Eggs and chickens and things like that. No. You first feed your children in the house. This president is all about idolizing foreigners. He cares more for people who are not Zambians. Maybe he needed to be a foreign president and not a president for Zambians. Because you should care about those people that gave you a vote than going to feed your neighbors. I will go back to Mumbi Phiri. Now, you put Mumbi Phiri in prison, you've given her a nole. When are you starting to demand justice for Congo? If you all remember, Congo was equally killed. We equally demand justice for Congo. And I would like to remind the ruling party that the opposition is intact. We are intact. I'm in opposition, I'm intact. I know where I will put my vote. I just have to look at all the upcoming political parties and I know where I'll put my vote. But your own praise singers, they are not intact anymore. So muleke you're rejoicing, Marishta rejoice ka 2.8, kadi bongo soka. Kadi bongo soka. If we had to call for fresh elections today, mark my words, you will not get that 2.8. You talked about your money to take in fine day in, day out. It was 2.8. No nama voices yali kowela. Utotu inotu ale imba all the time to praise singers yali kowela. Because now you are punishing the Zambians. Mwaya ikata kubunga. Next, the vice president wakatuweba ati, oh, go back mule dia tute. Nangutule ishita rice. Isn't it, Mama Pumulo? Nangutule lieftumbua. Nangutule lieftumbua because
Nishinga rice.
Exactly. How many people can afford rice? Mwaya ikatakuri mili meal wa UPND. Kwena. Tamwate mwabena Zambia. You touch mili meal. Nde meba kofe ba UPND. Kuya bebele. Kuya bebele. If you don't redeem the situation, mark my words. And you keep making faults every other day. It's something new. Why is there a shortage of meal? Is it an artificial shortage? Or probably number import permits, so we should now go back to importing yellow maize. Is it a business? I'm asking. I want to know why there's a shortage of meal in Zambia. Something that has not happened in so many years. Nika business, a businessman, a economist, you have failed. You have failed. You are an economist. But you are now failing to feed your country. The people who gave you the votes, how? It's like cutting off water and say tamakula no amish. Thank you, Mama Pomol.
I'm winding, Twala can wind down. But I just want to say that, it's really sad. And then if we go to yellow maize, it will be too bad. Because yellow maize, it is a GM, is genetically modified. Even chemicals to grow that GMO. So we should be ready to face more problems after we have that. Because our maize is organic. Our mataba yesiala menate through the rain cycle. America. We should keep our eyes open. We really need to keep our eyes open. This person, we cannot trust him. He does not have a heart of the Zambians. Clearly, everything this presidency has done does not show any love for his people. Clearly, there is no love of HH to love Zambians. When he was campaigning, it was just lip service, because as soon as he ascended into the throne, he is doing opposite. And because why in insecurity? He knows he's offending people. That's why he can't even move freely. He has reinforced his security. Why? Because he knows he's messing up people. He has messed up. He steps down, you will not be able to live in Zambia. So let him make a good name, Ukokwini. Because among Zambians, believe me, HH cannot walk freely in the streets right now. He is scared of his own shadow because of the lies he has been telling Zambians. The moment of the moment of reckoning has come too soon for him because of his lies. But is he going, now my question is, as we go to sleep, is he going to live on the lies for the next 5 years? Is he thinking of even fixing some of these things? Because if he doesn't, it will be a very bad legacy for him. It will be the worst legacy, short-lived presidency ever. I think in African history, I think. Step down. Let's go for early elections.
Mama Pumulo, there is Evans one too who says, Madam.
Come in, you're welcome. Let me invite you, Evans. We need you background Pela information, yes.
Yeah, but Mama Pumulo, I agree with you. As you are adding Evans, I agree with you. Probably the gimmick here is to bring yellow maize from America. So we are going back to GMOs. So probably this is an artificial shortage because he wants to do business with the Americans.
But Evans, the floor is yours.
Okay, madam. For me, like I wanted to speak about the issue of creation of businesses. Like they say, like what that woman said, like no, in Zambia we call businesses. The reason is just simple. Cost of doing business here in Zambia is just too high. Here's the thing: you are just an entrepreneur person. That's when you're starting. You just have a little capital. But for you to just start that same business, you must make sure you bribe I don't know how many people you are going to bribe just for you to open just a simple thing, and that thing is only done by the government officials themselves. It's just hard. So that woman's request, what that woman was saying, I've just refuted it because it doesn't make sense. They are the one that are destroying the government, but yet they're claiming that no, we usually copy our friends' businesses. Not like that. They have created the cost of doing business high, but easy for the foreigners. So which is not even fair. So if you understand, madam, this government is not for the people. It's for themselves, to enrich themselves. They're just selfish for nothing. So for me, that's the only thing I wanted to say, madam.
Thank you, thank you. I agree with you because you know what? A foreigner is coming with US dollar, which has more power. How can a local person compete? No, Muntula is an dollar. You can't compete.
Because you can even imagine.
We are sitting on the minerals.
Yes.
Zambia is sitting on money. Why can they agree? But we should be the only mining company. All these mining companies all over the world. Why can they source new mining companies, pay this vendetta off, and start mining? Because they are Africa. They are full of ego. Meanwhile, the wealth is sitting there.
Yeah.
We can't even mine the wealth because of our fights. You know? Court case, we are getting nowhere. We cannot about Congo. At the end of it all, we are the same. If we to learn one amashu, every time is arguing, going nowhere. We are losing millions and billions of dollars by doing nothing apart from pointing finger. Every time is PF this, PF that. When are they going to stop it? To Anaka.
And if you remember Mama Pumulo, there was a time when he came live. I think it was a press briefing where he was saying, well, we are going to give better electricity, no more load shedding, but it will come at a price. It will come at a price because we need to improve the cost of doing business. So I knew the cost of doing business meant very soon the tariffs are going to go up, you know, because the man, it's about making money. No mbesho shinenda la mabale panga. Vena Zambia tabale shimona. Ebale chudi la mo. Mama Pumulo, it is rough in Zambia. Kaishinga wafumi afe 20 kwacha wapelo muntu. If you ala kufukamina, if you ala kutasha, we mwine wala umfano ubupi.
You know, abantu nomba 20 kwacha really in those days. I remember even just in the time of MMD. Let's not even go to PF. 20 kwacha was a very minimal amount of money. But today you give somebody 20 kwacha, my God, they will, you know, they'll adore you like nobody's business. People now are having 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day. And on top of that, we've talked about Ifipatala, Mama Pumulo, we've talked about the schools. Fine, you've given the free education, but again, we say, how many students are in those schools? Huh? Let one minister of his come out on this program and said, I send my child to Chibelo Primary School, or Lusakasa Primary School, or Libala School. One minister should come out and say that's where they send their children to school. They don't, and so they don't even know what they're talking about. It is not easy. Tefinto ukokwine kuma school. Half the time ama teachers tamuba, because now nama teachers na bamboku yidishanya. Mama Pumlo na bamboku yidishanya ndala mashabo tashireisa on time. You know, and so forth and so on. So you ask yourself, let's go back to Suji Light. They have just ignored us, Mama Pumulo. We made a lot of noise over Suji Light. The people who were involved in, there were so many whistleblowers. Because they were involved, I want that woman from Kazungula, Angu Fuikishe Wino. She said recently Suji Light was discovered. Does she know who is benefiting on that issue of Suji Light? There have been so many whistleblowers that these are the same UPND people that are so corrupt with Suji Light, but nothing has been done. Because abantu bareti, now these days if you are a whistleblower, barakwikata. So takwa bakuamia, as long as it's their people involved, they will arrest you. So let's learn to comment from informed research. Not start a shoot from the hip. Research before you make a comment.
Thank you. But Donald, the floor is yours.
Good evening, panel. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yes, I just wanted to have a little contribution. I don't understand this issue of always politicking, finger pointing, and this stuff. You know, previously we had the PF, and we used to do the same. Where are we moving as Zambians? What is our goal? What are we going to benefit if we keep on finger pointing at each other? You know, we have privileges of advising the government and the people in the system. But why do we always wait when there is a mistake? That's when we come out and start finger pointing. Why? Because some people, they have opportunity to face the people in government and advise them before things goes wrong. Quite all right, the president is moving up and down, up and down. He is trying to organize things for the benefits of these Zambians. The country is in shit at the moment. We are equally not happy seeing the president always out instead of sorting out the internal issues in the country. He's up and down. The ministers are running up and down. The day before yesterday, Elisha Matam, the Copper Belt Province Minister, he was in Kasumbalesa trying to check on the issue of milling. The trucks are moving out of the country full of milling. But there are people, government people who are observing these things. People still have that mentality of PF, where always, always, where are we moving as a country? Should we always be waiting for one person who is the president to maintain things in order. No, we should all wake up, tie hands together and fight as a team. But if we keep on pointing at each other, finger pointing every now and then, this country is not going to go anywhere. We are going to have another president and we'll keep on finger pointing as we've been doing all along. Why don't we support each other so that we maintain this country? We should have one direction as Zambians, but we are divided. Why? Why don't people support each other? We had Chiluba, we had all these presidents that has passed, but as Zambians, we don't support each other. You only support Nga Olariamo. Nga Olariamo, that's when you start praising other people. There are those of us who don't even eat from the government side. But all we want is to support so that abana bakola afyaruka kuntachi bakasangeko obusuma mu kyalo ekyo. Nomanga twakola sontana fyeminwe abana beso ab'ekikulu abanani ifwe nga twafa bakalola kwi. That's why when I look at the president, the current president at the moment, takwali ama activities like I own them on Mukopa build. Abana abengi naba batwala mu schools. They are learning. Ba carpenter, ba boiler maker, engineering, ama drivers, dump truck operators, bonse bali. In a near future, when there is an opportunity in the country, bakamba okuingira amajitu. Why? Because they've got skills. If in Tovo Tatuare Monakarioko, talking of CDF, Mulenda, let's not just be condemning things, Gatatwenda. Let's condemn, yes, Upper Luveni. But Tweshe Kokushinguluka, like Munomukopa built, Inenda Sangokuchira Bumbe Kumufurira Kwisoko, but I've seen Abaichofo Barea Kuma school. They are learning, they are getting ama skills. Aba pitana fi mukomboni bari ibama kebo bari itashani pakokola nwa mawarwa kola tukana fi amasere. This time around they are committed. Ama Zambians ngatwarike tenecha pamo twabafe intact kuti twamonecha roko tuinga chiseseshechi. But if we keep on pointing at each other and not pointing out ama wrongs before taifira chita wesen, but we wait not until if it Lubana, that's when we start finger pointing. I think that is a wrong direction. That was my contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mama Pumulo.
Yes.
Before you come in, seriously, before you come in, I thank this gentleman for coming on, but I would like to tell you one thing. HH had more than 10 years to prepare to become a president. And on top of that, he appointed ministers who are supposed to be seeing how the country is running. You say, why do we always condemn? Why do we, when we see something bad, why don't we approach the necessary people? Let me tell you, you are on this fora, on this Ubuntu fora, because even you yourself, you cannot access those people. I dare this caller tomorrow make an appointment for me to see the president. This caller should make an appointment for me, because I am always complaining on this fora. I'm telling him to make an appointment for me to see the president. My number, take down, is 0977 753719. You make an appointment for me to see the relevant authorities so that I can advise them. You mean to tell me the 18+ million Zambians abekala muno nabale irishanya abantu tabale unfwa? So we should all be coming to those places where they are working so that we come and complain to them. I'm daring you, because now that you praise singer. You make an appointment for me, because for failure of making an appointment, that is why we have Ubuntu Forum. They listen to us. I think Mama Pumulo, you are my witness. They hear us. This is the only forum we have to listen to them. And when they do good, we do not complain. In fact, I am on record, Mama Pumulo, to give them kudos whenever this government has done something good. But when they have done something bad, we will come out. So when you look at us on this forum, you think we just shoot from the hip, we do not move. My dear caller, we move. I move the entire Zambia. I have relatives in the entire Zambia. They send me videos of what is going on. Taulemona abantu fewaletantama, Pabunga. Are we lying? Mama Pumulo, haven't you seen the videos of people kutantama waiting to get to Ubunga? And you can say ngamwamone pintu mule landafye.
And you know, Aniki, actually now you don't even need to move, because if the news island, your phone, your news is there.
Exactly.
You don't even need to go anywhere. You just need to be connected on the internet.
Tuleenda kwa chakala tupela petro ikalafu mamunganda kwa winch.
You know, kwenda kwa pilena COVID. So everything has switched to the internet. As long as you are connected, information is there. Right now, he talked about free education. Yes, but later free education, we don't need to thank him, because free education is a basic human right. Every government should provide free education. So he just reinstated what was taken away. And we say thank you. Connected to that free education, the teachers who were hired, I'm told there was a protest. The teachers payroll up to now, but some of the people, I'm told, are not being paid. It's chaotic. The country is in chaos. Recruitment yakuma military na yena ni story imbi. They are not saying anything. Babula kachina ni colonel aisa kupanga statement about recruitment. What is happening to the minister? But Chushika Sanda, where are you, government spokesperson? A colonel is coming to address Zambians. Are we in a war? Do we have a national risk?
He's talking about Elisha Matambo being at Kasumbalesa, trying to sort out the mini-meal problem. He shouldn't even be there, Mama Pumulo, because he created the problem.
Yes, they should be in
the problem.
Free trade. They have bought free trade, allowing people to trade freely with Congo.
Exactly.
You create free trade from there. Where his trucks were stuck over there.
Yes. This scholar should be told that the president of Zambia allowed for the exportation of mini-meal.
Yes.
So why should Elisha Matambo be at the border?
Yes.
You allowed it, and then you want other people to come and rectify your problem.
Yes. And then
what nonsense is this?
Like you said, the population of Congo is 90 million, almost 100 million. Maybe no, but Congo now is 100 million. Exactly. If they do the census, the last census was like, I don't even know, but on the internet it is showing 10 million. But currently, population in Congo is 100 million people, which is 5 times the population of Zambia. So they can
They are going to swallow everything that we have. Congo is swallowing everything until the president just need to come and stop this free trade of meal. Zambia, they are swallowing everything.
Mama Pumulo, he can't stop because he's as the Nigerians say he's a businessman. He is a businessman, you know. So Uyu Kola Uyu, he thinks he's here to educate us. Wadiamo zero. But because we are civilized women on this program, we allow everyone who calls to talk and let the people listen, and then afterwards we answer you. And then you say, I'm a minister's Bale Bomba. Bale Bomba.
Lumba. If I never know about Lumba ni Madoda, so you were praising, you were $600 pari. Etienne day Pshaba praise singer. Ngamaya Kulai Yakosto Ubunga, Bushimane Mipela, Ubunga for free, Palifit the Quacha. Mane Mipela to the front of the line. Are you being given a discount because I will let you, but any Shabari quite a free allocation of free food. Ministers get, I don't know now since we don't have national companies making food. Maybe they just get a food allowance to their paycheck. I think your parents have food allowance. It is wrong with Chitika Muzambia. In never a president to quit the agenda. Kupanga Zambia millionaire to open. So we all become millionaires in Zambia. Millionaire in dollars. Say to let chula to why to let chula?
Elo alelanda no kulanda limbita kwete no Ubunga munganda mwakwe. Na wabru bakweta bakwete no.
Voice ya kwa fia leo mfika no confidence.
Yes.
What was confidence mwishiwi?
Ati mwebena Zambia mwalibelela fyo bunangani mwalibelela fyo tantameni.
Voice is just talking there to make a name. Uliuwa chilala ndali mfika pena kwa tena ma problems teshi we no Ubunga oku akafunya mailo. Neti ya kulisha abana bakwe teshi be ngali kwa tabana.
Mama Pumulo, I would like to tell the Zambians, honestly, Zambia is 18 million plus the population. I always ask this, what makes them think every Zambian was a PF? What makes them think like that? Because ngawalanda kofie ati mwalibelela tantameni. Inefyo na bepshena tunaleta ntama kunganda ya kwa wiso. Eko naleta ntama. Huh?
I'm telling you. Actually, you have been offline for some time. So no make sense about Twitter to the Maule about PF for Twitter pan.
Vanina.
You know, the day I'll come to Zambia, I will make sure also one I have a captured the screenshot. I will show you.
No, Mama Pumulo, don't worry about that. Me, I've said people that insult Tabakwata because they cannot argue on points. And I've said, Ichintu suma sana muchalo. Ninsere, isho bakutuka, pantutashika tapamubiri. You can insult me all you want, but I will never suffer from malaria, or I will never suffer from fever or TB because you have insulted me. So let people insult all they want. That just shows their level of education and that they cannot stand up and give a credible check and balance with you. They can't. What you know at Tumafoni, at mule enda. He doesn't even know that technology has changed these days. You, Pumulo, you are in America. There, how do you know about what's going on in Zambia? So, ule nine ndeke from there, no kuya kuchira bombo mukuya mone village tika. Shame on him. Shame on him, Mama Pumulo.
Bututu.
Yes, Bututu.
But you PND mwalikwata sana Bututu. Ignorance.
Bututu.
So they need to wake up. Ushivukeni to depend every day by UPND. Lekeni umututu, lekeni lumbani madoda. Stop idolizing your leaders and look at what are they doing for you? What is your benefit? Eh? So letter free education, yes, well and good. They have hired a few teachers. Yes, well and good. But if they hire 33,000 teachers, we have 6 million unemployed youths. Think outside the box. Tuba new don't be praising or
Mama Pumulo, they hired so many teachers. Are those teachers teaching under the tree? They brought free education. Are those students?
Mama.
Are those students learning pakati pampanga? Badi pase mufiani? Huh? So learn to appreciate. We know that the PF did a lot of bad. And don't for one think umuntu ngami achita complain at ni PF. No, ubo bututu. Ebo tulela ndati bututu ubo. People, we will complain for you to become better. You see, when people give you checks and balances and they complain about the evils that are happening in the country, like shortage of meal, we want you to do better. Otherwise, the way we talk on this forum, people are watching, people follow, people watch even after the program. It will affect your election in 2026. So you were pressing our FMAPA. You have just lost, I don't know, maybe 100 votes. I'm telling you. That's how you decampaign yourselves. Come here, even if you are UPND, and say, no, you are right. If you munelanda po, we are not praising UPND for anything right now. We were talking about Suji Light. We talk about the president being a frequent flyer. We talked about Zambians being lazy. All those points are those points that you should have come and said, no.
Yes. Man should condemn Mumbi Phiri. What you have done, Mumbi Phiri, is injustice. Umuntu kyo wanomo kuti mwabula namayo mwamukaka namayo welo a high profile political woman mwamukaka for nothing because she exercised her freedom of speech. Balena they were praising apa pene chali kwatakanwa. So what? Akamate kulanjira ko bushe. Akamate kulanjira ko we are in a democracy. Mwabula Mumbi Phiri, maybe you hope she would die in prison, but God has kept her alive to come and in your face. They move on, but God has preserved her life, and they expect where you PND will let her body was a body moon to no more labor. UPND was say what Fiara Kumana Kashi. What a limit, ma. Ubunga, you should come here and say yes. I will not be pamwandini. So apana mamkutanta binobunga. I will respect you. And I will respect the decision you have made to support UPND. Because the fact that you are UPND does not mean that you should become oblivious to the truth.
Mama Pumulo, I complained about not having millimil. Because right now, I'm left with millimil for a small little pot. I complained on Facebook. It took a friend of mine who has a shop in North Mid to say, come tomorrow at my shop, I'll keep you one bag. But honestly, do we have to get to that? Do we really have to get?
That's how it was. If you didn't know anybody,
exactly. Eko tuleya. Elo ababe nama praise singers tabale mona fiance Phiri chitika. He's coming at Mule.
You know, I will continue to actually
start using number language I should not even be using. Because by pressing at if you are respecting yourselves, stand on the truth. Kuli shortage muchalo mulelumba bali unamba kulanda pali free education. Are you normal? What has free education got to do with the Mumbi Phiri or with the shortage of milling meal or the food riots that are happening? What has free education got to do with that? Shame on you. You even have the guts to show on your face on my life to talk about your free education. This is not even a topic of discussion right now. You are just there. Money bags.
Instead of addressing if you aish them uchitakamala, ukuchita promote if you are were na bafilwa. They're just busy here defending if you are puwe village tika muchalo. Abantu staple food. Mama Pumulo staple food vaikatako kuri staple food. Kwe naba UPND. God bless you. Ngata mwaka yemu 2026 nishi Zambia has been jinxed in the never. Zambia pantuna muretobu chushi muchalo. We all don't need job, but create an environment, an enabling environment that we can equally do our businesses. Everybody's business now is just not doing well. Including nabalestisha tomato pa musebo ati mwewe na Zambia mwaliberera tantameni. Tantameni balesa mkutanta makunganda ya kwa wiso. Ha? Tantameni kuisa. Wana mayo balestisha onion, tomato, nabana panuma. Bata balekwata na business. Because fweba kubashitata tukwete ndalama. Ero mleisa pano mletuwe fia upuba. Ah, come on. Be serious. Huh? So twalabwekera kuri yellow maize. If you are fire, your friend Joe, and fire to wekere kuri yellow maize. Because
in a deal. Never say in a deal. You know, Uyaka Malaishi in Amadio, I'm American Valela that I let money bags kuno to bribe African leaders for the Green Deal. Quite bad Green Deal, everybody fire. Because we start by 2030. Imyotoka shonsecha oil.
yeah.
So Kobalela that I let money bags to bribe no Babalela that she was not welcome. Mutabisha Mataboyan Kalam. Kamara Kuno. She is not welcome.
Mama Pumulo Dorothy Nyerenda says, can you remember what cost KK? Was the Milli Mill saga. That was the downfall of KK. That's how quickly Bachiruba, he capitalized on that. He did capitalize. By UPND Musara Puke. If you are not going to do, but in any case, it's too late, Mama Pumulo. It is too late.
I think to an Ubunga for Kenya. At Swala mi pela 20,000 acres to let me pela no Ubunga.
Kabiri, this new dawn is about, it is about pleasing the neighbors before they please the people who put them in power. And that is exactly what the president is all about. It is about going out of the country to go and shine outside the country, leaving the ministers he appointed. Are you the only person who has to sign a deal? Huh? Because no, Babantu, they will start suspecting you. Why can't you let your ministers work? Why did you appoint them? We don't have a minister of commerce. Even if you are bringing Mozambique and the airline, we don't have the Ministry of Transport, of Commerce to go and finish off that deal. The whole president has to get up to go there. Huh? Can't she, anything that needs Zambia's attention, the president has to get up and go there. Is it necessary? Huh?
And there are some comments here, Anik. At Kenya, choose GMO food. Now, if I never Zambia, mufire mwakana. Zambia should not accept. Europe bari banning. In Europe,
Yeah.
they have banned GMO food. Korea. Zambia should also say no to GMO food. And I hope that PF, Tapari PF, no PF na UPND, they are one and the same. They are bad blood and toxic for Zambia. They need to go because they don't want to grow up and be mature. They are egoistic. PF and you don't, they are egoistic, fighting and tearing Zambia down because of their fights.
Exactly. No, we need a fresh government in this country because we are tired of this infighting between UPND and PF. As you said, Mama Pumulo, it's us, the grass, that are suffering because they will never stop fighting. Huh? They will never stop fighting. So we are looking forward to a new government that is going to liberate this country.
Politician. And there are
Yeah.
50% women, 50% men.
Exactly.
And will be all become millionaires. And lastly, my last comment is that in Mamaland that you PF, they are only 1.8 million, which is less than one fourth of the Zambian population ever voted for PF. In minority, the only reason you won't think about PF because when they were 10 PF and they were in a ruling government, but PF lost popularity. The percentage of PF, no sana. Kama new donor, they are only but PF, the 9% voted for them. Yeah, 1.8 is 9%. Tell about you don't need 14%. So total combined 23%. These are not even a quarter of the Zambian population are PF or UPND. They are nothing. If we had elections today and we had an independent political person running, they would declare UPND and PF. It would be landslides. Never. Nobody has time for UPND or PF to announce with their childish politics. Go ahead, my sister.
No, I just want to thank you for this abrupt appearance on the program. Yeah, let's continue talking. Let's continue giving our checks and balances. Vakateka ngamule umfwa tuapapata. Provide a solution for this millimil. That is umutoto wa Mzambian. That is the umbilical cord of a Zambian. Millimil. And taturefoya GMO yellow maize muno. Tuakana. You have messed up enough. You are the one who allowed the Zambians to start exporting maize. You said that is the only way you can actually give yourself business. You allowed them. So they started harboring all those bags of millimil in warehouses for export to Congo because Wakateka, you allowed the Zambians. So you are to blame. You are to blame. You should say sorry to the Zambians. The problem with this president, he never apologizes when he messes up. He needs to apologize to the Zambians. I'm sorry. I will make good. Even on the issue of fertilizer, he has never apologized. But mwalese kaba nenu ifipato, mwale vaseka sana. Oh, kasaka kaunga, oh, tuma sachet twa cooking oil, fiance fe mwale vaseka. Lelo tu dikwisa. There's no difference between what you are doing and now what the PF was doing, except for peace. Yes, we know that there was a lot of thuggery. That is the only difference. But aside that, there is absolutely nothing. If anything, you have not even liberalized the economy. It is tough to survive in Zambia now. So please, we are tired of your showing off your rhetoric.
Murereta Ntuanikane Air Mozambique to come and fly here. Who is that? Is that something of real value? You've left a very big problem, Muno Zambia, the staple food. You go and start negotiating about Air Mozambique. Huh? No, there are things that are really cardinal that have to be attended to before you jump to address another issue. You could have sent Bamutale and Rumango to go and conclude that deal. Huh? Because it's clear that your ministers are not working. So please pull up your socks. Thank you, Mama Pumulo.
And you know what? Air Mozambique, who can kupuluka mo Air Mozambique ni nani? Zambia na letu kushto Ubunga, not business people.
Yeah.
Air Mozambique balerumba Air Mozambique. Mama balerumba Air Mozambique tamwani napo nindiki. Do you know how much a ticket ikalabo kuya mkunina Air Mozambique? You are just clapping for the rich people to be richer. Wake up, Zambia. Eh? Wake up. If we are all millionaires, Mozambique, we'll go to Maputo for holiday. No, but how many people can even go to Maputo for holiday? We'll go to Fort Biera for holiday in the beach, right?
Oh, man. Anyway, Mama Pumulo, good night. It's been a lovely show. And thank you to the viewers. I've seen 48 religious viewers who've been with us since I joined.
Thank you, guys. We'll try to come early. Come in number one, do not shupa. We'll just record and people can watch when they can watch.
But the few that follow us, we value your presence.
Yes.
Honestly, we thank you so much.
Exactly.
And we value your presence on this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you. Love you. My sister, love you. We'll be here, I think, Tuesday. Or if something comes up to Kesa, something, fire on the mountain, we are here. But we plan to be live on Tuesday, 21 hours. So God bless. Have a good weekend. Thank you. Thank you.